second year physics, we are having the chapters or units like, firstly, we are having electricity and magnetism. Electricity and magnetism. And then we are having the optics. And then we are having the modern physics. We are having the modern physics.
Yes, sir.
Okay. In CBSE, we are having these three units. Okay. And for Harshita, okay, for TS board, for Telangana board, apart from these, we are having another chapter called wave motion. Another chapter called wave motion. Okay. In CBSE, they will study in the class 11th only, they will study. Right? Ajay? Right now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, in this now, in this class 12 or in second year, we are going to study these three units. In the electricity and magnetism, okay, out of the these three units, okay, if you are preparing for IIT or NEET or BITSAT, okay, in any entrance exam for engineering or medical, okay, most of the students,
Yes, sir.
out of 100 students, 90 to 95 students, they are perfect with this one. So what I'm saying it is, you please concentrate here and this one. At least if you are perfect with 70% of these topics, then you are successful in your physics. Then you are successful. Firstly, I'll start with electricity and magnetism. Okay. In the electricity and magnetism, we are having the chapters electricity and magnetism. We are having the chapters, that is number one, electric charges and fields. Electric charges and fields. And next one, we are having electric potential and capacitance. Potential and capacitance. And third one, it is current electricity. Current electricity. And next, it is moving charges, or we can also call this an magnetic effects of current. We can also call this an magnetic effects of current. And then next, followed by magnetism and matter. Magnetism and matter. Okay. You also write down. First of all, you should know the what are the chapters are there. Before going to in detail. Okay. Next one, it is electromagnetic induction. Electromagnetic induction. Electromagnetic induction. Followed by, we are having the alternating current. Alternating current. Finally, we are having electromagnetic waves. Electromagnetic waves. These are the chapters are there in the electricity and magnetism. Electricity and magnetism. Okay. Next comes to the optics. Here we are having only two chapters. One is ray optics, or we can also call it as geometrical optics. In some textbooks, they will write it as geometrical optics. Both will be the same. Geometrical optics. Next one it is wave optics, or it can also be called an physical optics. Physical optics. Okay. Either in IIT or in the NEET. Suppose in the IIT exam means, okay, in the IIT exam means they will give the 25 questions. Okay. Most probably they will give from the class 11th or first year. Okay. They will ask 12 questions. Okay. From the second year, they will ask 13 questions. Out of these 13 questions, okay, 6 questions, 6 to 8 questions, they may ask from the electricity. And 2 to 3 questions, they may ask from the optics, combined ray optics and wave optics. 8 plus 3, 11. And another 2 questions, okay, or 2 to 5 questions, they may ask from the modern physics. This page completed.
Yes, sir.
This page completed. Harshita, you also completed. Okay. Next, model physics. In the modern physics, in the modern physics part, firstly, we'll study about dual nature of radiation and matter. Dual nature of radiation. Okay. And then next one it is atomic physics. Atomic physics. Next, number 3 it is nuclear physics. And next, followed by semiconductor electronics. That is about semiconductors. Finally, we are having the communication systems. Communication systems. Either in IIT or NEET, they will ask from 3 to 5 questions. 3 to 5 questions. So, what I am saying that it is, suppose here 6 plus 2, 8. Okay, 8 plus 5, 13. Suppose that means if you are perfect with any 2 units and at least 70 or 80% perfect with the third unit, okay, then what will happen? Your score will be very good. Out of 13, okay, you can able to do at least 11 questions. At least you can do 11 questions. So entire this year, our target it is you must able to do these. Out of 13 questions, 11 questions should be correct. Should be correct. Okay. Okay, fine. This one completed. This page completed. Okay, now this page completed. Right.
Yes, sir.
Now, next, see the in our. I'll start with electricity and magnetism. I'll start with electricity and magnetism. In that first chapter, it is electric charge and fields. Electric charge and fields.
Yes, sir.
So it is in your notes. Keep the heading as, open your notes, electric charges and fields. Okay. In this one, firstly we are having the topic called charge and its properties. Charge and its properties. Before going to see the charge, okay, firstly I'll see the in the entire mechanics, that is in the last year, okay, take any chapter, we consider a particle having a mass m, having a mass m, that is mass is the fundamental property in the mechanics. Mass is the fundamental property. With respect to the mass, okay, other fundamental properties like length, time, okay, like that we are having. Okay. In thermodynamics means we are having the temperature. With respect to temperature, I used to find the either specific heat or latent heat, okay, or internal energy, okay, like this. Similarly, in electricity and magnetism, I want to find an, I'm having a particle. I'm having a particle. Okay. Now I will define this as the charged particle. Okay. This as a charged particle. That means a particle which will show either a repulsion or attraction. Okay. Charge is the fundamental property of the object in electricity which will experience or which will show either attraction or repulsion. Okay. Charge is indicated with either with small letter q or capital Q or E. Okay. But not with capital E. But not with capital letter E. Okay. Fine. Okay. Now in this electrostatics, okay, we are considering that, okay, these first two chapters combinedly we can call it as an electrostatics, or we can also call static electricity. Electrostatics. Okay. Electrostatics. Okay, fine. That is electrostatics means entered in this chapter we are considering that the charged particle is at rest. Charged particle is at rest. Whenever the charged particle is at rest, we are going to find the properties of that particle. Properties of that particle means, okay, I am going to find the electric field, potential, and then capacitance. That is what we are going to study in this chapter. Is it clear? Hello? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, na? Okay, fine. Firstly, that means whenever we are having the charged particle, suppose here, which is at rest, let us consider charge of a charged particle as Q. Okay. Now, you can see sometime in our home also, what we will do it is, suppose if any power supply is not working, we'll call the electrician. We'll call the electrician. And in that supply, okay, the electrician will put a device like screwdriver. that we'll call as a tester, right? Anytime observed, we'll put a
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
tester. Okay,
Yes, sir.
that means that device tester will test the whether the supply is having any charges or not, right? So
Yes, sir.
in that tester, we are having some sample charges, which will test whether the given particle is charged or not. So the particles which is used to test or to verify the given particle is charged or not, we call as test charge, and the device it can be called as tester. The device can be called as tester. Okay, fine. Suppose if this test charge attracts the charged particle or repels the charged particle, then we can say that the given particle is charged. If test charge, either it will experience either attraction or repulsion, either attraction or repulsion. Okay, then we can say that the given particle is charged. Okay, here the point it is attraction and repulsion. Okay, so mainly charged particle will be of two types. Charged particle will be of two types. One is positive particle and another one it is negative particle. And another one it is negative particle. And the third one it is combination of positive and negative, which will have the neutral particle. Say for example, let us consider any atom. These positive charges will call as protons.
Sir.
These negative particles will call as electrons. And this neutral particle we are called as neutrons, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. So initially we are having the charged particle will be of two types, positive particle and negative particle. Okay. This positive particle will have a charge plus Q and negative particle will have a charge minus Q. Will have a charge minus Q. Okay. The charge of a charged particle is given as the charge of a charged particle is given as 1.6 into 10 power minus 19 coulomb. I think in your 10th class you might study this one, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay, fine. Next. So positive particle means it will have a positive charge, that is plus 1.6 into 10 power minus 19. Negative charge is having a charge as minus 1.6 times 10 power minus 19 coulomb. Okay, fine. Suppose here I am having a positive particle plus Q. Okay, suppose here I am having a minus Q. Okay, that is, here I want to explain the what is meant by attraction. That is, this positive particle and the negative particle will be attracted towards each other. At some
Yes,
point,
sir.
these two particles will meet. Suppose I am having the plus Q and minus Q. Sorry, here also plus Q. Same charges. Okay, between the like charges, or here I am having minus Q and here also I am having minus Q. Between the like charges, we'll have the repulsion. We have the
Yes, sir.
repulsion. That is, this particle will move this side and this particle this side. That is, in the repulsion, the two particles will move away from each other. While in the attraction, the two particles will move towards each other. Okay, now is it fine?
Yes, sir.
So don't write. I will give the notes. Okay. Okay. Attraction and then repulsion. We got. Okay. So here we can say that it is. Suppose let us consider I am having a charged particle as plus q, and here I am having minus 3q. Minus 3q. So between plus q and minus 3q, okay, we'll we'll have the attraction or repulsion. We'll have repulsion
Sir,
or
repulsion, sir.
no,
Repulsion, sir.
no. See, between opposite charges, we are having attraction.
Attraction,
Same
sir,
charge.
but negative charge is having more, sir.
For that point only, I'm coming. 1 minute. Okay. Same charges means we'll have the repulsion. Okay. Here we are having the two charged particles of unequal magnitude. Previously, it is equal magnitude, but here unequal magnitude. First of all, you need to see if we are having opposite charges means attraction. Same charges means repulsion. Same charges means repulsion. Due to this magnitude, what will happen? This charge will move greater distance. This charge will move less distance. Suppose if this distance, if I consider the distance as x, okay, okay now. So here it is, that is this 3q will move 3 in the total distance, 3 parts it will move. Okay, and the remaining 1 part it will move. So I can write as 3x by 4 and this is x by 4. Okay. Suppose if they give the
Yes, sir.
magnitude is different, that is uh, the particle which is having the more magnitude will travel more distance. Suppose here I'm having plus q and here I'm having plus 5q. Firstly, we need to see the sign. Both are positive particle only. Both are positive particle.
Yes, sir.
Repulsion
Yes, sir.
only.
It repels, sir.
But the distance moved by plus 5q is more than the distance moved by plus q. Distance moved by plus 5q is more. Okay. Okay, fine. Next, we are having the charge and its properties. Charge and its properties. Or simply we can say properties of charge. Okay. What we know is that charge is the fundamental property in electricity which will experience either attraction or repulsion. That is, Q is equal to 1.6 times 10 power minus 90 coulomb. Okay. And between the same charges or like charges, like plus plus and like this, we are having the repulsion. Between opposite charges or unlike charges, okay, we are having the attraction. Okay now, is it fine? This is the basic
Yes,
information we
sir.
know. Now, first property it says that it is total charge must be conserved. Total charge must be conserved. That means that suppose I am having a substance. I am having a substance, whatever be the shape, whatever be the shape. I am considering it as rectangle. Okay, you can consider spherical or hemispherical or cube, anything. If I am having only one particle is there, having a charge as E, having a charge as E, where E is equal to 1.6 times 10 power minus 90 coulomb. Then I can say the total charge of this substance. Total charge, Q total, I can write as E. Okay, now if I'm having the two particles, having both are positive particles, then what will be the total charge? Then what will be the total charge? Two particles are there now. So that means E plus E. We need to add the two particles. Just like, say, suppose whenever you are having the schools or colleges, okay, you will put the number of books in the back. Okay, so how many number of books are there means, if it is one, I will say one. If it is more than one, we'll count it as 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, like that. Similarly, here also we'll say that it is 2e. That means what Max Planck explained, that if we are having more than one charged particle in a substance, then this number must be integer. Integer only. Okay, we should not count like 1.1 or 1.2, 1.3, like that. Okay, this methodology is wrong. We need
Sir,
to
అంటే approximate values రాకూడదు.
no, only integer values only. Okay, suppose in a substance, if we are having the four particles having the charges as E1, E2, E3, E4, then I can write the total charge as E1 plus E2 plus E3 plus E4. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Sum of the charges. Okay. Suppose if all the charges are having E and all are positive charges, then I can write it as 4E. I can write it as 4E. Okay. Similar to this, okay. Suppose if I'm having a substance having n number of particles, such that we are having the charges as E1, E2, and so on to En. That is equal to plus E. All are positive charges. Then I want to find the total charge. I can find as, that is E1 plus E2 plus E3 and so on to En, right? Here all are having the charge E only, positive E. Okay, like that 10 times. So Q total charge I can write as Ne. Can I write? Okay, now is it fine? See,
Yes, sir.
So n is the number of particles. You can see here. N is the number of particles or number of charged particles. Number of charged particles. So that is okay. The total charge must be conserved. That means this n belongs to set of integers. Set of integers. Suppose let us consider I am having the four particles as E1 equal to plus 2e and E2 equal to minus 5e, E3 plus 10e, E4 minus 20e. Then what will be the total charge? If I'm having the four particles are there. In this one, I'm having the charges of the four particles are given as E1, E2, E3 and E4. That is the total charge. I can say that it as E1 sum of the charges of all the particles as E1 plus E2 plus E3 plus E4. Okay, that is 2E minus 5E. Here we need to consider negative symbol also. If we are having negative particle, we need to consider negative sign also. Plus 10E minus 20E. Sorry, minus 20E. So the total charge, I can say that it as minus 13E. Okay, now see, is it fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. That is the meaning of the total charge must be conserved. That is the meaning of the total charge is conserved. Okay, next. Second property, it is second property. It is total charge must be quantized. Okay, that means in any substance, there must be equal number of equal number of positive charged particles. Positive charged particles is equal to number of negative charged particles. Then we can say that substance is quantized. If any substance is having the number of positive charged particles is equal to number of negative charged particles, then we can say that it is quantized. Okay. Say for example, let us consider any atom. In any atom, number of protons equal to number of electrons, right? Number of protons is equal to number of electrons. Suppose I am considering sodium atom. Sodium consists of 11 protons and 11 electrons. Okay, na? So that's why it will be in the stable state, or stability of the atom it is very high. Okay. Suppose if I remove one electron, what will happen? This sodium ion will converts to the neon configuration, right? Is it right? That is inert gas configuration. So which is also stable.
Yes, sir.
which is also stable. If
Sir.
I remove another one more electron, okay, one more electron, then what will happen? It is unstable. It will dissolve very within few seconds because of unequal number of protons and unequal number of electrons. Unequal number of protons and unequal number of electrons. That's why. So quantized means the total charge, whatever we are having, that is, it must have equal number of positive particles and equal number of negative particles. Okay, fine. Next, third one, it is third property. Already we discussed this one. That is, like charges will repel each other. Like charges repel each other, and unlike charges attract each other. Unlike charges attract each other. Okay, like charges means both the particles are having the same sign. Okay, like this one. Both the particles are having the same sign of charge, can be called as like charges. Unlike charges, unlike charges, it means that like this one. Okay, that is, one particle is having the negative sign and another particle is having the positive sign. Okay, this we can call it as like charges. Okay, we can also call same charges. Here the magnitude of the two charged particles may be same or may be different also. Unlike charges, we can call them opposite charges. Opposite charges. Even here also the same thing. The magnitude of the charges, it may be same or it may be different. It may be same or it may be different. Okay, na? These are the three properties are there. Next it is, okay, after this we are having the methods of electrification. That is, now before going to methods of electrification, here substances will be of two types. Here substances will be of two types. That is, one as conductor